What's up, everybody? Brett here with Double Shots, and today I'm excited because we're doing something a little different. We are doing a speed test to see which internet provider might be better in rural communities. Today we're located near Calvert City, Kentucky. So pretty much as far as all things, before I get started, if you like our content, subscribe to our channel. Give this video a big like. If there's something you really want to see, comment, and I'll try to do it for you. So sometimes when you go out, you, especially in rural areas, we talk about how the internet kind of how it runs and everything. Not every area is greater than another, but sometimes in rural communities, country, land, and everything, internet, even though you try to break away from that, it's very valuable sometimes in points as well too, just so that way you have that connection, you're able to get a hold of someone, go from there. One of the things that I noticed, and I have T-Mobile and I also have Verizon. Verizon is actually on this iPad and T-Mobile is actually on my phone. Now, the one thing when I was actually driving from the St. Louis market to the Kentucky market, I did drop out a lot with T-Mobile, simply because I did go through a lot of rural country land. Yeah, it said I had 5G in certain sporadic areas going down in through Illinois, Marion County, all that. In some parts of Calvert, Kentucky, there's 5G internet access, and in some parts it's abysmally not there. I actually had to piggyback off the mobile hotspot of my Verizon iPad just to be able to get a signal and use the Wi-Fi calling feature if I would have to make a call or text or anything of that nature. But it's very, very important to be able to have internet access where you go. So call quality coverage between both, going from point A to point B, has been very, very sporadic, especially with T-Mobile. There's areas that I go around that just physically do not have signal, which it is. It's part of being in a rural area. Going from there, you don't have it. In between where I'm at right now, I do sometimes at times hit 5G, but right now I am actually stuck at LTE speeds. Going from that, so I'm going to go ahead and do a speed test. It pings off of the T-Mobile tower in Nashville. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a speed test just to kind of show what the speeds are like physically in the area. So here is what their LTE speed is. And then their upload speed is very abysmally slow. So you barely have a lot of access. Now, I was in 5G earlier, depending where I am on my location, and I did have a little bit better speed, but that's what I hit going from there. Now, it says 5G right there, test again. I'm in LTE, unfortunately, so my speeds were drastically reduced there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you on my iPad, and keep in mind, I can actually take out the SIM card on my iPad, and I can put it in to my phone if I wanted to, and it would show the same, it would do the same generic speed test. But here we go. Again, now this is Verizon, and this is also pinging out of Nashville. So both are doing identical to where they can ping from, but then you can also see the speed. We're about the same speed comparison on the upload, maybe a little bit better on the Verizon. Yeah, we're about 4 megs down, but then when you go into the dash, you're about the same on the your upload is about. It's not that much difference as far as off of things from there. So one of the other things you can kind of do as far as if you have internet access or you're to an unsecured network, you can always VPN going from there. But anyway, as far as off of things, what I've noticed on both user review between the areas, certain areas, Verizon does have better coverage than what T-Mobile does in Calvert City, Kentucky. Outside of that, as far as off of things, going into Illinois, it was kind of a virtual signal or virtual tie between both. There were areas, Verizon probably had the better coverage, actually being able to come out this way simply because it had roaming access that T-Mobile did not have access to, especially going through rural Illinois. That was a big thing there. That's huge, and especially when you're going through and you're picking your networks and everything from there. Now, again, it's just a minor review. You ever travel through the area, again, you try to tend away when you do things to be able to not have to use the internet. That was the whole purpose of being able to go on my on this adventure of everything, is to try to get away from the internet. But when you do have to use the internet, it's very valuable to be able to have something that way you can make phone calls, text, and I haven't been able to really send a lot of picture messages going from there just because of the speeds. I think at one point in time from T-Mobile, I honestly went down to 1x, which even though they say they've obsoleted that, there's piggybacks of where they've, haven't gotten rid of certain stuff just so that way it has a little bit of a data fraction. So that being said, between both providers, equally, depending on area, Calvert City, I would probably rate Verizon a little higher. I would give them the better score of the area just because they had better coverage going from there. Now, where I'm physically at right now, it's a virtual tie, unfortunately, where we are actually staying at. It's a virtual tie between both of them. They both, again, have kind of similar internet access. I've had to be tied into a over Wi-Fi, but I've also had to use a VPN because of the network being unsecured and everything going from there. So that's one of those important features as well. But I have been able to make phone calls, but if I drive about half a mile down the street, then I actually do lose coverage till I get back onto the interstate, and then I'm able to retain that coverage and go from there. So there are highlights to it. There are things that are different. If you're going through Calvert City, Kentucky, great area, by the way, guys. Friendly people, friendly atmosphere and everything. It's a great town to be able to go shopping, anything of that nature and everything, just to get away. If you're looking at internet, or if you're looking at your provider, if you have T-Mobile or Verizon, this is big because I'm trying to help out a little bit, give you guys some information about how the service is out in that area. Again, it's very spotty because it's very rural, especially when you keep on driving inwards to the lake areas. It really does. Your coverage really goes sporadic and it goes down a little bit, but still I'm able to make phone calls as of right now and going from there. So I hope this review was good to anybody looking at it if you're traveling through Calvert City, Kentucky. Again, if you like our video content, subscribe to our channel. Give this video a big like, as well comment if there's something else you want to see or if you have a question you want to ask me about it. I hope you guys like this video. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their week, and I will talk to you all, and I will be doing another video here soon.